Hey, good evening, guys. Yep, here we are, talkingfight.com, Boxing 101 with me, the real guy, Neil the Deal. Nice to see you guys tonight. Sorry about the delay again, but I'm going to tell you, I'm in these hotel rooms, running all over the place, as you can imagine. And this internet is just really not working. So I'm going to have to talk to them about that. But, anyways, let's get on with the show. Thanks again for coming out. The likes, the shares, all of the subscriptions, they're coming in fast and furious. And I'm super happy about that. And again, I always want to thank you for coming out, checking out my show, as well as all the other shows here at talkingfight.com. We really appreciate the support. And let's get on to it. And boy, did we have a whale of a weekend, did we not? Check this out. If you guys watched last week, which I hope you did, there was that big fight between the two guys that I thought were probably going to have the fight of the year. And I don't think it was fight of the year, but let's go over it. We were talking about last week the big fight, Madison Square Gardens, was Saturday, June 10th, 2023, and that was between Teofimo Lopez, the Takeover, and Josh Taylor, the Tartan, the Tornado, Tartan Tornado. So, anyways, these were my two favorite fighters going into this match. Like literally, and out of all the fighters, I mean, I love them all. They're really all amazing. Like all the Canadian fighters, I love them. Like really, really. But I'm just talking like at the cream of the crop, the guys that really make a difference in their divisions, and the guys you really got to. These guys are the belt holders, or they're going for the belt. These are the big boys. So anytime I give you a big fight like this, I think you just want to pay attention because I've been doing this since I was like a little boy. I was like in diapers when I was doing this stuff. So I know what I'm doing a little bit, maybe this much, but it's better than nothing. So, anyways, we're going back June 10th, 2023. It was a huge fight. It was at the Mecca, Madison Square Gardens, one of my favorite spots in the world. Obviously, I like the Toronto Maple Leafs, but I also like the Rangers for various reasons. But Teo put on a clinic. It was unbelievable. I was so happy. I mean, I predicted that, guys. Check that out. I predicted Teofimo Lopez unanimous decision in the 12th. No, sorry, wrong. Unless you check it out. I think it was knockout, 10th or 11th round. That was my prediction. But Teo to take her down. And from what I see, he was an underdog going in, guys. I told you can make some money on this one. He is the takeover. And he proved it to me and you and the whole world that he's actually serious. Now I've never seen him so like, are you freaking serious? You're going to do what? And he went out and did it. And good on him, Tail. God bless you, man. We love you here at Talk Fight, especially me, Neil the Deal, here at Boxing 101. Tail, if I could ever get you on this show, man, would I be a happy camper. But we'll talk to the producers, see what we can do. You never know. Crazier things have happened. But he literally, guys, you got to watch this fight. Check the rewind if you didn't already see it. I saw it. It was amazing. For me, it was great. All these guys are telling me all week, no. Josh Taylor's going to win. Josh Taylor's going to win. Well, he's my second favorite fighter in the world. And Taylor is my first favorite fighter. So I was kind of thinking, all right, let's just listen to what these guys had. And everybody took Taylor. Like everybody. There was a bunch of guys there. I got it here somewhere. I don't know. They were up. Oh, yeah, it's down here. Pre-fight ring magazine fight picks. Now I went through them, and they're all current boxers, champions, as well as managers, promoters, this kind of stuff. They write up a little write up, and they give their opinion of the fight. And in this fight, their opinion, all 21 of the professional people in boxing took Josh Taylor to win the fight. But guess who didn't take Josh Taylor to win the fight? Me. So if all these guys who are in the game and all these guys who are doing all this stuff in the game and they think they're actually good handicappers or whatever they think they want to call themselves, they're maybe good fighters and but they're not very good at their bets because to be 21 people the same and they all lost. So should have took Tail. Like I said, he was an underdog. You would have made some money. I think he was plus 120, but we'll check it out in a bit, something like that. But I mean, you put down 500, you're still going to be up a bit, and hey, being up at anything is good. So he pretty much schooled him the whole time. Like I watched it, that he proved that he's the man, the myth, and the legend. He could be the youngest Hall of Famer in boxing history, Teofimo Lopez. I don't know. I call him Teofimo. They call him Teofimo. I don't know. It's like what is it? You know, Lindros, Lindros. Like what is it really? Anyways, these guys are, and even the divisions do the same thing, so it's really confusing. He took it down. He did a unanimous decision, 12 rounder, went all the way, but it was basically a blow. Now, this is an interesting concept, and we guys have been talking about it. If you were remembering, I was talking about how these fights seem to be getting more and more fixed. Some of these fights are just right out of control where you're just laughing. The guy got pretty much pummeled, and the other guy gets it. That's why we always say you got to knock out your opponent. So, in this fight, apparently this is what happened. I heard that this is what happened. Uh, it went all the way. One judge had it 117, 111, and the other two judges had it 115, 113. Now I don't know what fight they were watching, but it certainly wasn't that one. I had it 9 rounds to 3 for Lopez, right? That's a wipeout, almost a wipeout across the board. I mean, Taylor did have his moments, but they were very few and far between, if you know what I mean. So basically, he wiped him out. He was plus 120. You know, so you're getting positive money on Teo. And he, like I said, he really wanted that 100th anniversary of Ring Rocky belt, and he won. So I believe he gets into the pool or something. We'll have to check that out. We'll see what that Rocky belt's really all about and how they actually. Maybe next week we'll talk about it. I'll do a little research, check it out. But it's a big thing for these guys. So it must. I'm assuming it's going to be Fight of the Year for Ring Magazine's Fight of the Year or Fighter of the Year. I think it's probably Fighter of the Year. So he wants to be Fighter of the Year. He wants to win this 100th anniversary thing. I think it'll help his HOF, right, his Hall of Fame, and that's pretty much what he was saying in pre-fight, right? And he was very confident. If you guys go back and check out both of them, there's a really good interview on Top Rank. If you check them out, Top Rank Boxing, Bob Arum's Top Rank, and it was a pre-fight discussion between Teo and Josh, and it was interesting. I watched it, and you know they played it pretty good. You know, as far as how they hyped the fight, it was pretty good, and I was pretty impressed with Teofimo Lopez right off the hop because he's changed his attitude. He's got a much better attitude. You know, he was a little young there. He got a little bit, you know, he got too many fancy cars and too many big houses too quick, and then he kind of forgot about training. So that happens, and that happens. And like, look at what happened to Mike. You know, we all know what happened to Mike. So, anyways, that's a tail of the tape. I also wanted to say that he outlanded. Okay, check this out. So this is what the judges see. This is an interesting. Like they see that numbers, those three numbers, right? A big win and basically just a squeaker. And total punches landed, like landed 152 Lopez, 82 Taylor. Like they're probably like devastating punches. Like I don't know how they come up, but he just basically doubled them up. And I watched that. You watch that, and how can Taylor become close? Apparently, going into the 12th round, the fight was pretty much tied in the judges' eyes. So if Teofimo Lopez did not win the 12th round in that fight, he would have lost the fight. Seriously, he would have lost. You know, this is what's been going on. So we really got to just keep our eye on that. And if you got any, you know, ideas on how we can fix it, please let me know. We'll send a comment, do something. Now, it was funny that Lopez, like the 2 out of the 3 judges, I couldn't understand that. And basically, in a nutshell, that fight pick thing, 21-0, I was talking about that. Future opponents. Let's go to something like that. Future opponents. Because now the fight's over. Teo is now the champion. Josh probably wants a rematch, but we'll see if that happens. Guys, I think that Teo's going to be looking at fighting Jose Ramirez, ex-champion. He's a fantastic, ripping fighter. The WBC holder, which is fighting this weekend. We'll talk about him a little later. Regis Prograis, and he's the WBC holder in that division, which I believe I said was a junior welterweight division. I think it's 140, 10 stone. Let's see how it is here. Something like that. It's in there. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we'll go with that. Looks like Ryan Garcia, again, he just got pretty much destroyed by Tank Davis, I believe it was. And so he could be on the list for Teofimo Lopez. And Arnold Barboza, that would be a rematch, and he's really trying to get back at Tail for that. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Great fight though, Tail. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're gonna go into this week. What I'm looking at, what I like this week. Uh, it's in the super welterweight division. It's his first defense of the WBO interim World Junior Middleweight Championship. And again, this is a screwy one because they call it the WBO and then they tell you it's a super middleweight fight or something. It's really weird. They didn't have that when I was a kid. You were either in that division, that's all it was called. But I just believe it's the WBO, WBC, WBA wanting to do their own different thing and call it something different just to make themselves feel like they're. It's really dumb. Uh, yeah, so this is going to be at 154 pounds. I mean, the tail fight was 140. He's at 11 stone, 69.8, I believe, kilograms. All right, so they're almost 155 pounds, big guys. And that is going to be Tim Tszyu from Australia, and he is the champ, interim champ, against Carlos Ocampo. And they're both pretty good fighters. Like I had a big episode on Tim Tszyu a couple of years ago back. I'm gonna post it on my Facebook just to see if you guys want to check it out, or we'll put it up. Have the producers put it up on the site, and you can check it out. And I was pumping him years ago. I really liked him. I believe he was like 20, maybe 19, 20 and 0 or something like that. Maybe no, he's 22. He's 22 and 0. It's like back when he's like maybe 15 and 0, 14, 15, 16 and 0 or something. I was looking at him and I'm like, this Tim Tszyu guy. His father is Costa Tszyu, right? The famous boxer. And so his bloodline is really, really good. Put it that way. So again, this is his first defense. He's from it's basically his home country, so he's the hometown favorite. Basically, the fight is going to be in Australia, so it's Sunday, June 18th, 2023, which is this weekend at the Gold Coast Convention Center in Broad Beach, Australia. All right. Now, wouldn't you like to be at a place in Australia called Broad Beach? That sounds amazing. I love the beach. It's like amazing. That's what I want to do. I love to be on the beach all the time, but I got to do this kind of stuff and other stuff. So, now that's a big fight for me. We got, I think Tszyu here. Well, I know Ocampo. Ocampo is 35-2. All right, with 23 knockouts. So he's basically a serious cat. Like he's 35-2. And I believe Tim is 22-0, something of that sort. I mean, Tim, Ocampo is ranked number 11 or something like 11th by the WBO. He's only got a 66% knockout ratio, which isn't that great, but it's over the 60% mark, which is good. I know that Tim's is a little higher because he's got, I believe it's a little bit higher, something like that. It's about 75 or something, 74, somewhere in there. So it's going to be his first defense. It's going to be shown on Showtime USA. And if you want to stream it, it's going to be on Paramount Plus in the United States at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we got 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we got 4 a.m. in the United or UK Kingdom. So 4 a.m. I wouldn't want to be there, but those guys, they're still having fun at 4 a.m. if you know what I mean over there in the UK. Some of my buddies are. All right, so that's it. Now we're going to talk about the fighters just quick here. Yeah, he had 16 KOs. That was it, and 73%. So I was pretty close to that number. Uh, I like Tim Tszyu. I really think he's going to be a champion. I told you guys years ago, guys, talking fight fans here at Boxing 101. Thanks a lot for coming out, talkingfight.com. We're talking about the Tim Tszyu and Ocampo fight this weekend, and that's the one I'm talking about. I hope you guys get a chance to watch it because it could be really good. And Tim, I really like him. So basically, the odds in that fight are Tim is minus 770. That's a pretty big number, and Ocampo is plus 500. So he's a big underdog in this one. I definitely got to go with Tim Tszyu. He's taking it down for sure. So it's guaranteed money if you're a gambling guy. I believe it's going to be a unanimous decision. 12th, go all the way. I mean, Ocampo, he's good. Like he'll stick in there. I just kind of have a feeling it's going to be one of those drawn out things, and then they're going to leave it in the hands of the judges, and it'll be a screw up again. So he's going to go all the way. Tim Tszyu, decision. Could be split decision. Could be unanimous decision. Actually, I'm probably just going to go split decision now that I think of it. I'll go split decision. No. Unanimous decision. Unanimous. That's what I think. All right, so check that out. Put your ding dong down there. Have your, have your guys get all your apps. There's all kinds of apps, especially BetStamp. Here we are at TalkingFight.com, sponsored by BetStamp. Big bad knuckle up Mikey Orrs taking care of the BetStamp guys, so we're pumping them out large. Go to BetStamp.com, get on board, and I did, and man, it is the best app for sports betting, and you got to check it out. I'm just going to leave it up to you because I've been looking for this my whole life. We were talking about it, and a bunch of my friends, like maybe last year, and here it is. This is exactly what we were talking about, and it's amazing. So go to BetStamp, sign up, have fun. Now, I got another little fight that I'm going to tell you guys about for this weekend that I'm going to look at, definitely. And that's going to be on Saturday night. So that the Tszyu fight's on Sunday. So on Saturday night, I'll be sitting around, checking it out, having a few pops with the boys. Saturday, June 17th, 2023, a super lightweight division, which is basically what Teofimo Lopez just won the title off Josh. It actually is the same, the title, right? Super lightweight. And 140 pounds. There it is. 40 pounds, 10 stone at 63.5 kilos. That's going to be a good fight. And it's going to be the WBA, I believe it's WBA, belt holder, right? So this could become a unified thing after this. I mean, Teo might have to fight him. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. And that guy is Regis Prograis from the USA. And he's fighting a guy named Danielito Zorrilla. And I don't know where he's from, but he's from. I think maybe Africa somewhere. Maybe I don't know, guys. Maybe Cuba. Maybe Cuban. I don't know. You guys can check that out. See Danielito Zorrilla, where he's from. So Prograis is from the USA. He's 28-1, pretty much unstoppable. 24 knockouts. Like his knockout ratio is over 80%, something crazy like that. And Zorrilla is not so bad either. He's 17-1. He's got 13 knockouts. And anything can happen. It's a boxing fight for that WBC Super Lightweight Championship, and it is in the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans, down in the States there in Louisiana, New Orleans. And so check it out. It's going to be held on DAZN. Will be holding that fight. So go to DAZN, get yourself a monthly subscription, maybe even a nightly subscription if you just want to watch the fight. I believe it's like $10. That's like a wicked deal. You get all the pre-fights and everything. So it's for $10. It's amazing. I love DAZN. It's one of my favorites. Really, it makes it easy, and the quality is always amazing. So you go there, get her done. Apparently it's 8 p.m. Saturday night. It's going to be on DAZN, Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. And here's the one that kind of made me laugh. See, this will tell you what the fight's all about. So Prograis is minus 1,400. Okay, so you got to put up $1,400 to win 100 in a boxing fight against Zorrilla, who's plus 800. So there's some value in this fight, guys. Anything can happen. I might just put a little ding on Zorrilla with the lucky punch type thing. So that might be like a prop bet type of thing you might want to look into. Something with Zorrilla in it, because he's paying huge, and he's got 13 knockouts out of 17 fights. So he's not like Floyd Mayweather, just kind of bops around and doesn't do anything. But anyway, that's another freaking story. So that's what I'm telling you. Check that fight out. Obviously, check out Tim Tszyu. I hope you like the show tonight. Well, my favorite two fighters, Josh and Teo, they did a great job. I want to thank both those guys and all their teams and trainers and massage therapists and health people, and it just goes on and on and on. And guys that drive the cars when they're jogging. So thanks to all those guys. It was a great event. Madison Square Gardens puts it on big time. I believe it was top rank. I think I shouldn't say that, but that was an amazing. It was great. I really like that kind of stuff. So thanks a lot for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I just hope to see you again. So next week we'll have some bigger, harder, faster stuff for you. Get your money out. Put a little ding on that. Maybe you can buy yourself something for the summer. Take to the cottage, something like that, like a cooler or something. And always, like I say, always get better, guys. Always better, not bitter. And we're live here at talkingfight.com next week, always on Mondays, 8:30, Boxing 101 with me, Neil the Deal. Again, thanks for coming out. All I can say at the end of this one would be something to the effect of, I'm hoping that all your bets are winners. So we're trying over here. Cheers. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. Have a good week. Have a nice weekend. We'll see you next Monday. Talkingfight.com. Check out the other shows. They're great too. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.